Hello, this is Andrew from the otakuspirit.com website. Today I have some more stuff to unbox here, or to show off here, that I got in from, I think all of it's from Right Stuff. Yeah, I think so. So, let's go on through it. First of all, I got far too many Ajin cards, so I'm assuming they're trying to push Ajin, or maybe they just had a bunch of extra cards and were like, let's just throw it all in this guy's thing. I got one of the boxes, had two of them in it, so that was weird. Let me run through this real quick here. This is some review copies that I got from Right Stuff. Don't normally go through these ones. We usually just kind of review them and that's it. But I figured, hey, why not just go ahead and show it off to you guys to show you what's coming up, here soon on the actual podcast and whatnot. This one, the first one is Mobile Suit Gundam Igloo. So that'll be a cool one to go through. I should have brought my cutters. Let me grab my cutters real quick. Aha, I'm always prepared. Okay, let's see here. But yeah, we've since Right Stuff has a partnership with Sunrise, we've been getting pretty much all of the Gundams to review. They've been a lot of fun, a lot of great feedback from our listeners, and so this one will just continue the trail into madness, as one of our listeners says. Turning us into Gundam fans, so that's exciting for all of our listeners that are Gundam fans. But yeah, Igloo. This one already opened because I wanted to get started on it to get it reviewed. This is a solo review ordeal where I'm going to be watching it and reviewing it without Chris, just to get it kind of out of the way. Yeah, it's Junjo Romantica. It's special. It's very special, and that'll be a fun one to review. That'll probably be the first one that we get up on the site. And then finally, I have Mobile Suit Gundam Thunderbolt December Sky. We had actually already watched this one as a restreamed it on YouTube, and really enjoyed it. And we actually did a review podcast on it, which was funny because I mentioned in the podcast itself, I wonder if they'll actually release Thunderbolt in America. And just after I said that and recorded it, the next day they announced that they're going to release this. So I figured, since it took a little while to get the podcast episode up that we reviewed it on, I figured, hey, why don't we just go ahead and rewatch it in glorious Blu-ray and then re-review it. Re-review it. But it's a very fantastic series, and it's going to look gorgeous on Blu-ray. I was actually thinking of getting a 4K player and getting the Japanese 4K Blu-ray, but I don't know. I just don't think I'm there yet with 4K. It's an expensive investment just for one show. I've done it before, though. All right, moving on. This is stuff that I actually bought. This is the next of the Spice and Wolf series, so volume 18. This will go along with the other 17 volumes that I have, and that's exciting. I'm not going to open it up because I'm sure there's spoilers in it even for me. The first volume of Grimgar of Fantasy and Ash light novel. This is really exciting because I really like the series. And actually, this is the manga. I'm sorry. This is the manga. See? Unless it's a really weird light novel with nothing but pictures. I already flipped through this one. This one pretty much gets 4 or 5 episodes into the show. I mean, if you watch the show, there's a really important thing that happens. It's about to that point. So, yeah. I just got it basically because it was cheap on a sale, and I needed to fill up my cart because, as you see here, I got the light novel too, which is stinking thick. That sucker is huge. Let me see here. 335 pages. So that's the first volume alone, so that's pretty awesome. But I will be definitely reading this series because I really enjoyed it, and I'm not sure if we'll get a continuation of the anime. I hope so. But if we don't, I will be reading the book. And finally, on this side, I'll go ahead and just replace these over here, is Noragami, the 18th volume. I actually thought this was part of the whole delay they were having, but apparently they already had enough for 18, so I guess the delay will happen in the next volume. Hopefully not, but yeah, I'm hoping this series gets through its current climactic moment because it's been kind of going on a little bit too long. But I mean, more Noragami is always great. I think they're The team that works behind it, the two team that works behind it are just fantastic. It's just, I think the current arc is going a little bit too long. And the next volume of the light novel series of ReZero, which again is another one that I will be reading as soon as I can get through all the other stuff like Spice and Wolf. I know I'm going to say that forever, and people are laughing at me. But yeah, got a pretty awesome character on there. She was great in the TV series, so yeah. And I actually got this a while back, but I forgot to do it in one of my unboxings. This was really crazy because I will tell you this: if you're into the School Live and you've been putting off getting the newest ones, don't get 6 without 7. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, this is I've loved this series a lot. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about the current direction they're going, but maybe I'll see once I read the rest of Volume 7, because I had to quickly jump into Volume 7 because I didn't like how 6 ended. But cool stuff, cute characters, cute fun, but in a very dire world. So, cool stuff. And it's kind of going like a Walking Dead route, which I don't. I get tired of that kind of stuff. But yeah, next one for the Bakemonogatari series. This is volume 3 or part 3 of the Bakemonogatari light novels. So that's cool. That's another one that I'm not even gonna say it again. I won't say it again because everybody's gonna be mad at me. And I got All You Need Is Kill. Now, this one's an interesting one because I was bored one day, and I had it on my DVR, the Edge of Tomorrow. And then when I checked out that one, I was like, yeah, that's an okay story. And then I'm like, I hear more about how it came from the novel All You Need Is Kill. And so I listened to the audiobook because that's on Kindle. Or not Kindle, I'm sorry, Audible. So I listened to the book, and I was like, wow, that's like completely different. And I actually liked it. I give each one their own, but, definitely the book is a lot better. And then I'm like, well, I like it enough that I want to do a review of it. But I'm like, well, there's a manga too, so let me go ahead and check out the manga, and then we will do a review of All You Need Is Kill in its entirety, manga, book, and the show or the movie that's over here in America. So that'll be interesting. I'm gonna be crushed by this. I know I'm gonna be crushed. Giving actual visual to the characters as they're going through what they're going through is gonna suck. And finally, I don't know why I'm still getting these ones because they're way too big, and I know I have to get like 6 of them. I think they're gonna be 6 volumes, I believe, which is Blamu, or Blame as people want to call it, or Blam. I call it Blamu because that's what the trailer sounds like they're saying. But yeah, this is the Master Edition of Volume 3. It feels a little sticky. I'm not sure. Maybe that's on my hand. I think it was on the last book. Anyways, but yeah, I don't particularly like his art style in this series. Apparently, it's one of his first ones. He's a little bit sloppy on the character designs, but he's just his usual. See, it's just kind of has a little bit weirdness to his characters. But I absolutely love his actual architecture and the weirdness and the technology that's in the worlds that he creates. So that'll be cool to continue on with this series. I just wish they weren't as big because the old ones aren't available anymore unless you want to pay a fortune. But yeah, that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. That's a complete haul of my, I guess you can call it June. But hope you guys enjoyed this little run through of what we got. And I will look forward to talking about several of them here recently, like All You Need Is Kill. We'll be doing the reviews on these ones. And in about 5 years, I'll get to volume 18 of Spice and Wolf. And I definitely want to jump into the Grimgar Fantasy and Ash. I hope you guys enjoyed, and y'all take care.